Hello there, this is Reece Russell, and you're watching the Weekly Steelchair.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by, as you see me laying face down.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an off-the-cuff show. Just a set, a little bit of fun. We're going to sit back, relax, do a bit of conversing, and just listen how you guys are doing, really. Chester, good to see you, my man. There's no agenda this evening, basically. This is just a bit of fun. But also, here to present an idea to everybody as well that I want to try and broadcast. So that is something that I'd like to obviously go through, but in the meantime, we're just going to have a bit of fun. That YouTube short that I literally put up only 5 hours ago is nearly 1,000 views. Fucking crazy. 886 views currently it's on. Mental. I hope everyone's doing okay. Been out pretty much the past ever since I put out that video when I was actually out. I've only got back in like maybe, I don't know, 20 odd minutes ago. Cold, but I'm fine. It's absolutely drenching outside, but I'm dry and relaxed. But how is everybody? Nice cup of hot coffee just to keep the insides going. This is a general show. We don't have to talk about wrestling. We can talk about anything. But also, I want to present an idea that I've got with everybody. Glad to hear you're doing good, my friend. I want to present an idea that I've got for everybody, and I just want to see what you all think. And we'll try and do it. Obviously, it's a challenge, but I like a challenge. So if you want to take part, let me know. What I'm proposing for everybody, I actually like the new banner system that they've actually changed it, so now I can put a timer on it. Let's see if I put on for 60 seconds. I'm proposing we do this on the channel. The question is, who would be up for it and want to do it? Now, bear in mind, when I go live, you will have to be on stream because obviously you're tied into it. It will be four participants. What we'll do is we'll bracket it fairly so it works. It won't be just, oh, no one gets a fair chance. Everyone will have some sort of involvement. But if you want to take part, let me know. Of course, being the channel host and owner, I call first dibs on the draft. I call first dibs on the brand. And that's just how it is. But I want to see what everyone thinks. So, like I say, Weekly Steelchair, my GM mode. If you're up for it, let me know. But I'm looking to hopefully start doing that next week. And I want it just to be in between other shows, SWA, because that's not being abandoned, don't worry. I want us to be interactive and enjoy what we can do. Watch along streams, obviously, more of them. Like, we've got so much out there, and I want to make use of our broad range of our community. So if you want to take part, please let me know, because I think it would be a lot of fun. I think we would all really enjoy ourselves, you know? What I'm proposing as well to make it easier is I'm going to find a way to. It might need to be Discord or something, I don't know. But what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try link a call when we do the stream. I'll link the call to like OBS, and then we'll stream from OBS with all 4 participants in the call, and then we'll do it as a group stream. Now, the good thing about it as well is each person who takes part, except me, could have someone on their like who participates in the chat on their side as a basically assistant general manager. So if you do want to take part, please let me know. I'd love to get people involved. I think we've got a great chance of having some fun and interact with our community in the best way. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. It's about you guys getting the chance to truly showcase the fun that you can bring out. And I feel like we can really make an interest of it. Like, we've got much more variety of general manager options. It'd be good just to see who's best. Oh, you don't fine. Coming up with new stuff. That situation. Okay. For time being, Chester, you are, yeah. How the hell has he managed this? Guy who doesn't say thank you to anybody is now landing next. fundamental idea comes from what I can make it go. Sub Davis, how's it going? Yeah. More bit of fun, some ideas that I've got for upcoming shows, and just seeing how everybody's doing, really. Why? What's he done now? I've got universe mode. This is different. Like I've got a channel, a universe series. What I'm looking to do, is a competitive my GM mode with the viewers, and that's what I'm looking to do. Apparently, as well, Ring of Honor Final Battle 30-minute Iron Man match. We're going to get Nigel McGuinness versus Lee Moriarty for the Ring of Honor Pure title. He pushed a young child after Survivor Series. Was that somebody who tried to get in his face, though? But yep, Nigel McGuinness versus Lee Moriarty Iron Man match. That's confirmed. That's very interesting. What's up, Tempo? So that is what I'm thinking. It's not a over the top, outlandish thing. Who do you think is the mystery man that curb stomped Punk? Austin Theory. Austin Theory, dude. That's exactly who I think is. I'm thinking probably need to be done over Discord. Generally, nobody else that they can use. So I'm thinking it might be over Discord, but I'm definitely going to set up a group where we'll bring people in. We'll use one console, mine, obviously, and we will go against each other in full to see just who can manage the best brand. Now, being myself, sup James, I'm going to say it as it is, because this is my channel, it's my PlayStation that we'll be using, it's my channel. I get first dibs on the brand. I get first dibs on the talent. And I get first dibs on the legend or legends I want to use. Which I think is reasonably fair. It would be crazy if it was Dean Ambrose. I mean, yeah, it would be. It won't be though, but I'm still laughing at the words from Levesque that Raw tonight will be epic. Yeah. That's a lot of confidence from somebody who can't deliver. But if you are up for it, then let's do it. I don't hate this though. One part, you're well up for it. He's not the wise man, he's a very naughty boy. Apparently the kid tried to, like, I saw a clip actually. Didn't the kid not try to hug Heyman? Like, ran at him and tried to hug him? If so, I would have shoved them off as well. How do we get involved? Well, good thing for you, my friend, is to do it. It'll be on 25. I think this one, because it'll be more easier for everybody, I think, logically speaking, I think 25 will be a lot easier. I question the security more than anything. So do I. I don't blame Paul Heyman. If it was me, I would have done the exact same thing. Davis, I completely agree with you in terms of understanding. Like, I think that's a smart decision. I was going to say a guy I'll be picking, but I'm not. Well, Reece gets first pick. Oh, absolutely. To be fair, I have 5 people in my head that I want on my brand, and then I'll build it from there. Tag team, a part of the and their singles talents. No, Glenn, you do not get first pick. It's not the same when we were young. No, that's actually true. It's not the same. We can have 2 legends on our show. Say a maximum. You'll get the 4 million. You're gonna get, like, I'm going to increase the value to 4 million for your starting budget. I'm thinking you get a maximum of 3 legends. Now, I have 2 in my mind. The third one, I'm debating between 2 people. Like, I'm debating between 2 of them that I want to go with because it ties into the brand I'm using. To get this right, you need at least 5 or 6 wrestlers you can build a roster around, like AEW did with Hangman Bucks. Yes. Basically. Now, it's a mixture of veterans and young talent. Now, I'm saying it right now. If anyone wants to take part, it's only since I get first crack, I am intended to use. I'm going to put it as a banner, 60 seconds. I've already got the manager and the brand I want to use, and this is what I want to use. Now I know I'm risking it. Now I'm taking a risk. I like Raw, I like WCW, but I want to use ECW because considering the talent and the roster I want to use, I can't do it unless it's ECW. Which means I'm at a disadvantage for one thing. I can't. Now, what I don't get with ECW is a women's division. And I'm a big fan of women's wrestling. Already. So I am strictly stuck to a male orientated roster. But I'm under more pressure because I can be outshined by everybody. Because you have the balance of, I am a big fan of Chelsea Green, but I'm taking a risk of not using women. WCW, you don't get a women's division. If you want women, it's Raw, SmackDown, or the NXT brands, NXT, NXT 2.0, and NXT Mutiny. If you want Nitro, you can have Nitro. Remember, it's not the big gold belt, it's the other one. But you get the tag titles and you get the WCW Television Championship, I believe it is, even though it should be the US title. So we've got myself and Glenn. Does Temple get all the Nitro girls? Sadly not. Now, make it fair for everybody, because everyone knows what I'm like. But picking ECW, this is who I'm intending to use. I'm making it hard for myself considering the brand. But I want it to be purely the technical level of ECW. The technical wrestling is what I enjoy about ECW more than the extreme. But I do admire the extreme tendencies. I'm going to go. My roster is. That's correct, Chester. Now, I have 3 legends and 2 current active wrestlers on my roster. Now, remember, I can only use male talent, so these are the 5 I want to use. I intend to use these guys. I call dibs. I know that doesn't sound very much ECW because I'm using 5 non-extreme wrestlers, but I'm looking to have 5 wrestlers that can actually bring a technical expertise. What version of Sting? Well, I don't have Sting on the game, but he'll have to find his own Sting, his own character that he can use. Remember, he can get Ricky Steamboat. Like, I'm leaving out Cactus Jack. I'm leaving out Vader. Temple could realistically use 3 of them if he wanted to, but bear in mind, talent are expensive. So you got to be very careful. Everyone gets access to a tag team. Yeah, he's up there. Everyone gets access to a tag team they want. I'm thinking I might go with the OC. I'm thinking I might go for Gallows and Anderson. But that depends on if people take them. But I am looking to start this week if people are available. Well, he gets Vader and Steamboat. To be fair, if Temple wants to, Temple could realistically do the NWO and then just build it. I'm not downloading characters. It's only who's actually in the game. Do you have Tori Wilson? In the game, no. I don't think so. I certainly want to make it competitive. Like, I want it to be so competitive that everybody goes crazy. Reece, what are you hoping for in WWE 2K26? I'm not buying though. I'm hoping they improve the AI. I want them to make a much better story. To be honest, I would like the showcase to be AJ Styles. Like AJ in like WCW, some Indies matches, TNA run. Like I want them to do some of that. Then you work your way up. Like that's what I want to see. I want them to be imaginative. But AI 100% has to be better. Like the matches need to be relevant and make them boring and slow. Hello there. Right. So if you want to take part in this, then let me know. Like I say, we will be doing it through Discord. If you, obviously, I'll drop for the Weekly Steelchair Discord channel. So please, if you can just link on that. I'll just quickly get the Discord for the Steelchair and I'll drop it in. Wait, Temple, did you leave my Discord? You cheeky bastard. Right, let me just drop this in. What's up, Zodiac? How you doing? There we go. So if you want to take part in this, if you want to take part in the Weekly Steelchair My GM, then join the Discord and then we can arrange it. Ricky Steamboat, Braun Breaker, Cody Rhodes, Eddie Guerrero, Dominic Mysterio. Okay. Which Eddie Guerrero do you want? Now, bear in mind as well, you don't get a women's division, so your roster as well will be solely male talent like myself. Whoever picks Raw or SmackDown or anything else, yeah, women's division. Ricky Steamboat will be a bit pricey, but you can manage it. Braun Breaker's about 235,000. Cody Rhodes is about 400,000. Eddie Guerrero is 469,000. And you're going to get a budget of 4 million. So you got to be very careful. But what I'll do actually, hold on. I've started writing a new book as well. I started that last night. I've already written over 1,000 words. I'm looking for Excel. 1 second, because I've got an idea. Prediction spreadsheet. It's called, doing my GM. I'm not doing another universe mode because I've already got one, and that's for my own wrestling promotion that I've done. It's not a murder mystery. It's actually it's a cross between Rebirth and pro wrestling into one. So I've actually done that. It's called A Demon's Path to Victory. Let me just. Yeah, it'll depend on what everyone else picks as well. You only get 5 like guaranteed. Like these are yours. Right, let me just duplicate that. No, not really. It's like set in the future. But the main character, his mentor and idol is called Tiger Liger. Kinda, but not too far in the future. But it's called Tiger Liger. The main character's hero is Tiger Liger, which is just a dope name. No, the main character is called the Demon. Ah, nice. Like he's dubbed the Demon after he debuts on the main stage. It's actually really cool. I haven't decided that yet. So I had why has it done that? I have the best sliders in the COD community, I'm just saying. To be fair, I've not really used sliders, so I'm not actually... But that's something I need to look at. If I get the sliders sorted, then everything will be a lot better. Yeah, I agree with that, dude. I agree. Who did I... So I put... Yeah, so I had... AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, the Great Muta. That's my 5. And then Temple, good choices to be fair. So naturally, Ricky Steamboat. Oh yeah, that's an old school thing. You understand the things that have made Fedlaw websites, show posters. To be fair, the reason being is because everything else I do, I've got formulated in spreadsheets. So I think differently, you know? Like that's how my mind works. Texas Tornado was awesome. He deserved better though. Okay. It was his own fault. I just do things differently. So we've got 2 places left. I think one of my mates might want to take part. Okay, so at the minute, it wasn't my fault. So, like I say, I'm doing it as a spreadsheet. Only, as we say, it's only two. So Temple's claimed Nitro. I've got ECW. Two spots left, and that'll complete the entries into the GM. And what we'll do is, the good thing is, because it's season based, to win my GM, it'll be you need to accumulate 15 Hall of Fame trophies to win. Because you can increase the size of how many trophies. It can either be fans or trophies, but I'm doing maximum 15 Hall of Fame trophies. Right, so it looks like my mate Keem wants in. Actually, that's something. Yes, you did. Actually, that's something I forgot to do. Temple, which manager do you want? I'm taking Mr. Fuji. Like, Mr. Fuji will be my official manager. I could use a one of my custom wrestlers, but I'm not going to. Bobby Heenan's not available manager for my GM, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have taken him. So the brands that are available. Hold on, let me just get them up. My GM managers. 2 seconds. So you get NXT, you get Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT 2.0, NXT Mutiny, ECW, Nitro. But let me just get my GM so you can see it. So you can have Sensational Sherry. You can have Armando Alejandro Estrada. You can have CM Punk. Let me just save it as an image and I'll bring it on screen. Paul Ellering, no. I'm bringing him up on screen. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, you son of a bitch. You can have SmackDown, yeah? Actually, this will be better. Hold on. No, Kimchi's not available. Stop it. Miss Elizabeth is a manager. Yes, you can use Miss Elizabeth. Paul Bearer is not an option. No. Right. Right. Glenn. No. No, that fat, useless cunt isn't in this game. There we go. That's the managers you can use in the game. So you get Adam Pearce, Sonia Deville, Stephen McMahon, Xavier Woods, Tyler Breeze, Eric Biscoffy Pie, Mick Foley, William Regal, Paul Heyman, Teddy Long, Ava Rain for some bloody reason, Nick Aldis, Shawn Michaels, Sensational Sherry, Miss Elizabeth, Armando Alejandro Estrada, Mr. Fuji, which I've claimed, and CM Punk. So you can have Heyman. You want William Regal? Sure. So now the fun part. Keen. Too bad you're not going to get much of it. Keen, you need to choose 5 talents that are exclusive to your brand, and you can have a maximum of 3 legends. But because you have a women's roster, one of your legends must also be. You can have 2 male, 1 female, or 1 male, 2 female. But you need to call your 5 because they'll be reserved for you. So who are you picking? So I've obviously went for Brett, Kurt, AJ, Nakamura, Muta. Tempo's chosen Steamboat, Braun Breaker, Cody Rhodes, Eddie Guerrero, and Dominic Mysterio. Okay, so he's gone Cena. Abu won't like that, but that's life. So he's gone for John Cena. He's gone for Undertaker. Which version? Which version of Undertaker do you want? Batista, Chad Gable, good shout, and Seth Rollins. Not a bad pick. All three. Sure. Speaking of which, Temple, which Eddie Guerrero do you want? Do you want normal Eddie Guerrero, which is more expensive? Or do you want Eddie Guerrero 97, which is slightly lower rating, but he's also cheaper to buy? Because Eddie Guerrero on his own is actually probably the most expensive in the game. I believe he is the most expensive. You want 97. Okay. To be fair, 97 Eddie was great. What we got in 03 to 05 was phenomenal, though. 97. So here's the next part. Who's going to be our final participant? Who wants to be the final competitor in our series? And also remember to take part as well. To be actually on the shows, you will need to be in my Discord. The link is in the chat. Please do click on it and join. I'm surprised you didn't pick Rey Mysterio. Like, just for the whole thing. It would have been very interesting. Good lad. I've got the link saved, so I'll just send you the link. There you go. Well, that's me telling you your storyline, and you're bouncing about like a government mule. Discord is brilliant. I'm using it. I'm going to be using it more so I can promote for the Weekly Steelchair and just grow the channel more. Like, that's how I think we can get more subscribers, more content out there. Make use of it. That's what I'm intending to do. So we've got 3 participants, and we have 3 brands. I've got TikTok, yeah. Do you need a PS5 to play, or will it be done on the shows? It'll be done on the shows on my PS5. You don't need to worry about that. We're all going to do it on like the one console, but we'll do it as a single stream together. I agree with that because I'm in it. I mean, I was always going to pick Kurt Angle. The only thing I'm struggling with, I want my brand to be good. I don't want my brand to have pain in it. To be honest, do I need to get involved in YouTube or Discord? I don't really care about Discord. You would need to be through Discord, mate, so I can actually have you on the stream, because it's a good place for me to do one call and then link it to OBS. I'm gonna have everybody on the stream at once, engaging on the team, like on the chat. So it needs to be like that. Otherwise, how am I supposed to know how to book? How am I supposed to get your talent on on screen? One thing that I will say though, I'm stuck between tag teams. Either I'm going to choose the Creed brothers, or I'm going to choose Anderson and Gallows. I just can't decide which one. Now, for myself and Paul, our brands are, there's no women's division, so we don't need to use women, whereas Keen's got men and women, and whoever's the final participant will have men or women. So your choices will reflect each other. So I'm thinking, as my young talent, because I'm going to obviously have like one very young developing talent I want to work around, I'm thinking I might use Charlie Dempsey. You can use AOP if you like. It's a good shout. That's one thing I'm going to do. If you pick one member of the tag team, then no one else can take that tag team from you. I'm going to do it like that. So instead of having like, because I am not picking Team 3D for my brand. No chance. Too bad Rhino's not in this game. I was stuck between. The problem is because of ECW, all the other legends are so expensive, like Sandman, New Jack, Cactus Jack. They're all so expensive. I'm like, I just can't do it. So I had to rule them out. Absolutely not. One thing I'm going to do, though, we're not going to make picks until the actual show. So these are like your... these are like your reserve talents, and no one else can touch them. And one thing I'm going to do as well, there'll be no trades after pay-per-views. I'm going to turn that off. So when it gets to pay-per-views, there will be no exchanging of talent. Pick Butch and nobody else can take Luke from the Bushwhackers. Well, to be fair, you can get the Headbangers. The Steiners are in this. Does IRS mean no picking DiBiase? Yes, but I don't think IRS is in the game, though. The fact that I've got ECW and I've not picked RVD just sums up. He's just too pricey. Like, AJ's 333,000. Nakamura's like the same, so's Muta. Bret Hart's like 400k plus. Angle's 400k plus. Already it's expensive. Matt and Jeff don't have them in. I've not got the thing for it. Actually, to be fair, Temple, there is one talent I'm surprised you didn't pick. You do have access to the entire NWO and DDP. They're not in the game. Good man. You can have them as a tag team if you want. If that's what you want to do eventually, like you can get that. Once we get to that stage, if they're not picked, obviously. Is Miles born on 2K25? I don't think so, no. To be fair, my roster is just one. Actually, I know exactly what tag team I'm reserving because I'm going to do them justice. You can all pick a tag team to reserve now if you want, but I'm picking this lot. That's my tag team. Although that'll put me under great pressure just from cost. If Great Moot had been in ECW would never win out of business. Like, I'm that confident. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of roster I get after I take this lot. No, it's just Raw. It's just Raw, SmackDown, and the 3 NXT brands. The SmackDown's taken, so. Oh, absolutely. I mean, at least you didn't pick Goldberg. Which tag team do you want, Temple and Keen? Which tag team do you want? I've taken the Machine Guns. I believe so, yes. You can't get the LWO as a tag team like Berto and Humberto and all that. Well, Humberto and the other one, they're all available as well. Yeah, sure. After the tag team's announced, that's when we'll then. Well, we can park it and wait for the final participant. So you want. There we go. Part 1 for tag teams, just so everyone knows, is it's tag teams only. Managers, white and black. It's a good idea. Not sure who Keen's going to pick as his tag team, but if he wants, to be fair, he could realistically walk away with the Creeds. He could walk in with all sorts, actually. There's quite a few good tag teams that are in the game that you can use. So James, Chester, Glenn, which one of you would like to be the 4th entry? Braun Breaker versus Cody. Steiner finally beats a Rhodes. Yeah, I was going to choose Braun, but I liked the talent I had out there. I was like, Could be anyone, really. Just depends on who you pick throughout the rest of the thing. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. 1 second, I have an idea. Yeah, that's understandable, dude. Season 2, absolutely you can. What am I looking for? This. I think that's the one. Let's see if I'm right. Perfect. All right. You guys can't see it, sadly, and there's nothing I can do about that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up 2K25 on the PS5 just now, and I'm going to check and confirm the full value of everybody so we can total the cost of our roster. Like the current lot, before you make a selection, basically. So I'm not going to use this as an official like season. I just want to curve the costs for everybody. So my GM, I suppose we could just do it as a triple just now, and then we can do like a forfeit, like unless we can do it as anyone wants to be like a combined fourth, like James, Glenn, Chester, you can be a combined fourth. So if I just pick ECW for the second, the fact that there's 3 NXT brands is ridiculous. 4 million match unlocks. Shakeups that's the one that's off, and then custom. All right, let me just check. So I'm going to do total cost. Right, Kurt, Brett are there. Good. I need is Great Muta there. AJ. Saban, Shelley. I need to add in Great Muta. Right, hold on. So that's what I'm missing before I can do total cost. It's good that you have somebody in mind. I'm not going to use this one to save. I'm just using it as a brand. We've got to win by Hall of Fame trophies, not the. It'll be based on Hall of Fame trophies, not your total fans. I'm looking for Great Muta. I mean, I'm not choosing the Heart Foundation. That's how serious it is for me. Actually, where is Steamboat so I can turn on Steamboat for this? That's okay. That's okay. Right, Undertaker 2003, that's there. Where is... Let's do it by status. In fact, alphabetical. There we go. I did tell you. I just foreseen it happening, right? Great Muta, there we go. Active. It just seemed logical for me that it was just going to happen. And I was like, it just seems understandable. Right, I need to switch on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Where is he? Ravishing Rick Rude, no. Rey Mysterio, active. Ricky Steamboat, active. Undertaker 2003, active. He wants Batista. There we go, Batista, active. Cena should be active, surely. Hollywood Hogan can fuck off. John Cena. Just because I don't know how expensive he's going to be, I'm going to use Cena 07 just because I don't know how expensive he is. And I just want to be careful. Right, select. Let's just start this draft just so I can accumulate cost for everybody. Right, so let's take that Taker's 383,000, Cody Rhodes is 396, Batista's 401. Okay, let's accumulate. So Bret Hart, actually if I just do it like here, so BH is 460. Kurt Angle is 462. AJ's 344. Yep, absolutely. AJ is 344. Nakamura is 328. Great Muta is 316. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin are both 262,000. So that's 524. So 460 plus 344 plus 328 plus 3160 plus 524. That's 2.434 million. So 2.3, so 4 minus 2,434. I would have 1.566 million left to build my roster. Now, Temple, for you, sir, let's count for you, sir. So actually, I just realized I've left out the 97 Eddie Guerrero. 1 second. I knew I was missing someone. 97 Eddie Guerrero. Fuck. I mean, storylines are going to be there. We'll just create as we go along. let me edit this because I need Eddie Guerrero. Alphabetical. Where's the other Eddie Guerrero? Where is he? There he is. Active. And I'll change the other Eddie to contract, which is the 2000s Guerrero. Select. Right, so Ricky Steamboat, 364. Braun Breaker is where is he? Braun Breaker is 242,000. Cody Rhodes. In fact, whilst I'm here, Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is 260. Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio I'll put as a combined value. Okay, so Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio combined cost you 653,000. Right. Let's see if I can find that Eddie Guerrero because he's hiding. No worries, my man. Good seeing you. I hope you have a good rest. Eddie Guerrero, 97. 241. And then Cody Rhodes, is 396. So that means for your first picks tempo, it is $2,156,000. So remove that from 4 million. That leaves you with 1,844 million to build your roster. That's actually not bad. Right, let's look at Keen. See if I can find his Cena, because I don't know where he's hiding. But I'll make it easier. Batista. Batista is 401. All-free Undertaker is 390. Chad Gable somewhere. If I can find them. Chad Gable is 233. Seth Rollins. There's Cena. 07 John Cena. Is 143. 143,000. That is actually really good. Seth Rollins would cost him 327. So all we need now from Keen is just his tag team. I was actually expecting to be screwed in terms of my total value, but I'm actually quite safe. So I've taken Motorcycle Machine Guns. Temple has taken Mysterio and Dragon Lee. So basically, any tag team in the game you can think of. You can have the OC. You can have the Creed Brothers. You can have Gallus. You can have the War Raiders. You can have the Street Profits. You can have Fraxium. You can have the Tangaloa and Tamatonga, I suppose. You want Finn and JD. Okay, so that is Judgment Day. The total cost for the Judgment Day. Let's get the total cost, because this will be how much of your budget you have left. So JD McDonough is that. Where's Finn? 29. Okay. So your tag team costs 556,000, which leaves you with 143,000 plus 390 plus 401 plus 233,000 plus 327,000 plus 556,000. I think this is going to leave you 1.805 million. Yep, sorry, 1.95 million. And that's accurate. Like that's accurate. What's up, Maria? What's up, Bleach? We are building an in-game roster where we're going to have everybody go. Some of the channel members are going to go head-to-head, picking brands, and we're going to see who wins. Now, each person gets a reservation of 5 talents plus a tag team on a brand of their choice. So now we're just waiting for, I suppose, one more final participant. We're going to start this hopefully next weekend. But I'm counting down like the total cost of the talent so we can make it easier for everybody. You want to take part? If you do take part though, you will need to appear in streams though, Maria. Like you will actually need to be physically on the stream so I can. If you're up for it, I can put you down for it. So what I'll need everyone to do as well, just once again, actually, let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Hold on. You don't need to be on camera. You don't need to be on camera if you don't want to. You can just talk. That's one thing I would never make anyone do, is I would never make them appear on camera if they were not comfortable. Obviously, this part here is important, which is the Discord link. Click on that link to join the Discord because that means you'll then be able to take part. If you do want to take part, you get 5. You can have a maximum of 3 legends on your roster, plus 2 other talents, and then you get a tag team that no one else can have. Let me just remove the. Let me just turn the chat off the screen for a minute, just so I can keep watching from here. So Keen's chosen SmackDown, Tempo's chosen Nitro, and I've chosen ECW. If you want to take part, Bleach, that's fine. Maria, if you're still eligible as well, if you still want to. Otherwise, Maria, you can be my right hand. But Bleach, if you want in, you'll need to join the Discord. But you need to tell me which brand and which manager. And also, you need to tell me what legends. Because I need to accumulate total cost. The remaining brands that have not been chosen have women on them, so you do need to use them, whereas myself and Temple don't need to. Maria's my right-hand man. Perfect. So, Bleach, you're in. No, you're my competitor. You've gone up against me. Bleach, which brand and which manager do you want to use? Now, I've chosen Mr. Fuji, Tempo's chosen William Regal, and Keen has chosen Paul Heyman. The remaining brands are Raw, NXT, NXT 2.0, and NXT Mutiny. I swear, if you pick Ava Rain, I'll be annoyed. I'll choose Theodore Long. Can he be healed? To be fair, the managers, you can't really make the managers heal. But you can do heelish things throughout the season. Like, you can do that. But you can have Theodore Long. That's fine. Eric Bischoff. Okay, which brand? Which brand are you taking? Raw, NXT, NXT 2.0, or Mutiny? You want Raw, okay? All right, Bleach. Now I need you to tell me, because we're going to start this on at the weekend. But Bleach, who is your 5 talents you're reserving? So you need to tell me which 5 singles talents you're keeping reserved, including 2 legends. Well, maximum of 2 to 3 legends, and your tag team that you're keeping. What's up, Nick? Where do you rank Eric on the promoter list? I mean, I'm not as a podcaster, he's crap. But considering what he did for WCW, I think, all honesty, I would have to say top 6. I mean, he did a lot. I mean, there's some bad things he did do. He did do a lot of good, so I can't really not disclose what he did that was actually good and say, well, there's a lot in there. So from the in-game roster, you need to give me a maximum of 3 legends. 3 legends, and if you want to, or you can just get another talent and then a tag team, and then I'll tell you your cost of the remaining those talents, and that will tell you your remaining budget for the roster. And then after that, it'll just be straight, like a little bit of a laugh conversation for a little bit, and then that'll be it. Yes. A lot of good stuff in there. You have $4 million chest, so you need to think carefully about who you want to use. At the moment, you're picking the first 5 plus your tag team. Remainder will be done this weekend on stream. Yeah, even though it went on for too long. That's the only negative of it. So Monday Night Raw has the world title, the tag titles, the Intercontinental title, plus the women's Intercontinental and the women's world title. Keen has the women's titles, the US championships, and both tag teams. Temple has the WCW title. He has the WCW tag team titles and the WCW television championship, I believe. And I've got the ECW TV title, the ECW world title, and the ECW tag team titles. It's WWE 2K25, and we're going to go head to head in my GM mode, the 4 of us. The 4 of us are going to compete to see who can do the best roster. So far, I've picked Bret Hart, Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Great Muta, and the Motorcycle Machine Guns. Tempo's chosen Ricky the Dragon. No, those are not eligible, Chester. You can have 3 of those. Well, actually, no, you can have 4. Benoit's not in this game, and neither is the Hardys. It's a proper lineup. It needs to be from the actual game itself. Now, you can have Kane if you wish. You can have triple large beak. You can have Shawn Michaels, 97 or 2005 if you want. Because you have to be specific. Triple H, it's Triple H 08, Kane 2008, and Mass Kane, the weakened Mass Kane. I mean, my roster is basically just TNA, New Japan takes over ECW. Keen's got 07 Cena, 03 Undertaker, Batista, Chad Gable, Rollins, and he's got Finn Balor and JD McDonough as his tag team. Tempo has 97 Guerrero, Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee, plus Cody Rhodes, Braun Breaker, and Ricky Steamboat. Yeah, these are all creepy. Well, not creepy, these are all sick. I am eager to see what... In fact, Kim, what I'll do? Hold on. This is what we'll do. Hold on. Let's make it easier for Chess. If it lets me. Now, I can't share it directly because of the screen it's on, but what I'll do is I'll try this. The list of talent. Let me see if I can get the in-game list so you can go from that. Or hopefully you're looking at the roster yourself because it saves me The good thing is no one's, even myself, no one has picked CM Punk. RVD, of course, hasn't come to my roster, but he could appear at some point in the season. I'm also making it a rule. It's Bleach, yes, it's Bleach. I'm also making a rule. You can only have one face of Foley. You can't have all 3. If you want to use one. Well, my brand pure... Well, to be fair, Keen has to pick women for his roster. So does Bleach. I don't have to pick the women. Basically, all the women are available, including... Like, so you can have the likes of Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Belair, Asuka, Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Bayley, Vega, Cross, Naomi, Cargill, Nia Jax, Baszler, LeRae, Bliss, Green, Dakota Kai, Alba Fire, Carmella, Piper Niven, Tiffany Stratton, Maurice, B Flat, Tamina, Michin, Natalia, Valhalla, Scarlett, Vaquer, Tegan Knox, Zoe Stark, Wendy Chu, Kairi Sane, Jordan Grace, Maxine Dupri, Sol Ruka, Lyra Valkyria, Julia, Roxanne Perez, Shotzi, Nikita Lyons, Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez, Isla Dawn, Gigi Dolan, Indy Hartwell, JC Jane, Caden Carter, Blair Davenport, Katana Chance, Fallon Henley, Cora J, Tia Hale, Lash Legend, Electra Lopez, Kiana James, Jakara Jackson, Tatum Paxley, Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice, and Jada Parker. But you can also add the likes of Trish Stratus, Bull Nakano, Michelle McCool, Molly Holly. All of them can be added in. Now, since I have no women's titles, I'm not picking the women's division. There's no point in having a roster that can't compete for titles. Well, Bleach, if you can name talent, I'll tell you if you can have them or not. If someone picks Bull Nakano, I'll murder you. It's a good thing I've not put her on the active list. She has a contract, so she can appear as a free agent to pick up if you need it. I'll be annoyed if someone picks Bull Nakano. She is my favourite women's wrestler of all time. As long as nobody picks El Grande Americano, we're good. Sean Spears being over 200k makes no sense. Now, if you want to, Bleach, you can stick with Shawn Michaels and Triple H if you want. You can still use them. Ah, well, she stays in the contract list. You can pick her up as a free agent if she appears. Where's Daphne on your women's rankings? Daphne is in my personal top 10. She's personally on my top 10. I'm a big Daphne fan, as everybody knows. Well, to be fair, Daphne's actually pretty much top 5, top 6. She is. Okay, so you're reserving Chelsea Green. Okay. Pretty Deadly, Chelsea Green, The Miz, Shawn Michaels, CM Punk. Okay, Shawn Michaels 05, Shawn Michaels 94, and Triple H or Triple H 08. Which one? Let me just add them into the active so I can check how much they cost. Let me see how much they cost. Because after all, it's all about your remaining budget that stands out. Okay, so you want... So do you want Shawn Michaels 2005 or Shawn Michaels 90s? 90s Shawn Michaels or 2000s Shawn Michaels? Shawn Michaels 94. Yep, that's fine. And Triple H 08. That's fine. Let me see if I can find them. Fucker keeps disappearing for some reason. I'm surprised nobody picked the likes of the. Well, I know I didn't pick The Rock for reasons, but nobody picked Stone Cold. Nobody picked Rowdy Roddy Piper. It's a lot of crazy talents being left out. Just keep injuring them. Right, where is Triple Beak? At least nobody picked Hulk Hogan. That's made me happy. Why is Triple H not there? Where is he? Bret Hart's best year, 1997. So I can give you Shawn Michaels, but for some reason it's not letting me pick Triple H. And I really don't know why. In fact, I want to make a substitution to my roster. Like I want to make a sub. Hulk Hogan's in the game then. Okay, so which Hulk Hogan do you want? Do you want 80s Hogan, 02 Hogan, or Hollywood Hogan? Which one? I'm thinking I might take out. I'm thinking I might take out Nakamura so I can sign Mr. Perfect. But then I love Nakamura, but I don't want to get too greedy. So do you want Hollywood Hogan, 80s Hogan, or 02 Hogan? Which one? The best rated ring level Hogan is, according to this, 02 Hogan. 80s Hogan and Hollywood Hogan are tied. 80s Hogan. Right, that's fine. Hogan's best year and Mr. Perfect's best year. Hogan's best year for me, I would have to say, is either 1987 or 1990. I'd have to say 1996. Mr. Perfect's best year, I would say, is either 1990 or 1991. Yeah, you've got 80s Hogan. So let's have a look. So Michaels, 80s Hogan, The Miz, CM Punk, Pretty Deadly, Chelsea Green. Okay, that's fine. So if I save this, because I need to get Costin. Let's see how much it costs you. Right, so 80s Hogan is 433. Benoit's a fucking disgusting human being. Plain and simple. 90s Shawn Michaels. Great wrestler. Proper scumbag. 90s HBK is 412. CM Punk is 398. It's already some big expenses. That's true. That's all you said. Who else was there? Right, The Miz. Interesting. The Miz is 300 and he is 304. Chelsea Green. I'm a big fan of Chelsea Green. 229. And the tag team, Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly combined cost. Let's see if we can find them. Pretty Deadly. More like pretty boring. That's just my personal opinion. I don't like them. Combined 351. So your remaining total okay, so that's 2.127 million. And to spend on your roster 1.873 million. So when we do the show on Saturday, that's how much you'll have left. Oh, hell of a lot better. So that's Bleach. That's his roster to start with. Like, that's his beginning. Good to see you, Abel. Yeah, it was awful, mate. So let's establish events. 4 million to spend is going to be a fatal four-way in my GM mode. Myself versus Temple versus Keen versus Bleach. So I have my brand will be managed by Mr. Fuji. And I have Bret Hart, Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and the Motor City Machine Guns. And well, the Great Muta and the Motor City Machine Guns. With a remaining value of 1.6 million. Temple, managed by William Regal, has Ricky Steamboat, Brock Eddie Guerrero, 9. Dragon Lee. Keen Friday Night SmackDown, managed by Paul Heyman. 07 Cena, 03 Undertaker, Batista, Gable, Rollins, and then he's got Balor and McDonough for the Judgment Day with 1.95 million, highest value to spend, which will be accumulated over men and women. And Bleach, Bischoff for Raw, 80s Hogan, 90s Shawn Michaels, CM Punk, The Miz, Chelsea Green, Pretty Deadly, with 1.873. Now, if it obviously makes it harder for me, and because obviously I can only choose male talents, but it should be enough to build a decent roster. Maybe like I'm aiming for 12 to 14 talents. That's all men. Now, I'm hoping to start this weekend. But I, for one, petition. I see some fun between all of us. I think we're in for a treat. I think we really are. Now, that's out the way. If you guys have got any questions, anything you just want to talk about, we can do that now. Otherwise, I'll get out of here. I'll definitely say tomorrow, may the games begin. Absolutely. I have a feeling it's going to go down to the wire. I think it'll go down the wire. Now, this decided on Hall of Fame trophies, not total accumulated fans. It's the first person to get 15 Hall of Fame trophies. How sick is Raven? Raven is very ill. His disease is getting worse, unfortunately. It's getting far worse for Raven than anticipated, and it's a shame considering what he's got. It's a horrible disease. I feel really bad for him. I really do. I love Raven. I hate that he's not in this game. Do you think Eric was a good general manager in 2002 or Stephanie? I think Eric was better from 2000 and I don't think he was great. Better GM, Eric or Heyman? I'm shocked no one picked Teddy Long. Yeah. I certainly wasn't going to. I Mr. Fuji. I'm not admitting would have been my choice, but I loved Mr. Fuji. I just thought that guy was crazy as hell. Did you like Kurt Angle as a GM? The first time, the second time, no. Like was the GM in 2000. because that was actually really good. It's a hard watch, a very hard watch. That interview, just because the Raven mission is breaking. But yeah, if you guys have got anything in general you want to talk about, jump all in. Like, by all means, ask anything you want. Just don't ask me my shoe size. Something tells me we're all going to have a laugh. Will we be doing a Raven tribute stream? 100%. 100% we will be doing a Raven one. Lima, too much information. I'm only a size 11. It's okay. But yeah, 100%. If we lose Ravens too soon, we will be doing a Raven tribute show. I mean, I've done Taker's retirement. I did Scott Hall when he passed away. I did Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt when they passed at the same time, and I did Psycho Sid. Yeah, but Abel, you're size 11 with like bald head as well. Buddy, I'm only kidding, buddy. I'm only kidding. take that forehead and show who's boss. I did it for the forehead. I did it. Oh, shut up, you bald head fuck. Paraphrasing, of course. Abel's so gonna kill me later. It's sad about Raven. Do you think he'll be in the Hall of Fame? Also, who could be a viable candidate to induct him? I think he will end up in the Hall of Fame, and for me, it has to be Tommy Dreamer. It has to be Tommy Dreamer for me. Should the national title be defended? Yeah, it will be. It will be. It's in Mexico and Japan. If Raven dies, it'll be a tough one for me up there with Eddie. It will be. There is too many well-deserved people missing the Hall of Fame. Yeah, here's one that's absolutely disgraceful. The fact that Miss Elizabeth is still not in the Hall of Fame. A lot of people might argue with me about that, but Miss Elizabeth should be in the Hall of Fame. I hate that she's not, but yeah. I know she had a very checkered past at the very end of her life, but Miss Elizabeth's career. Owen Hart, massive. It's a bizarre situation, and I know it's not what I know they don't want him in it, but he deserves to be in it. New Jack isn't even in it. Demolition, are they not in? But Demolition were in the Hall. Watch Teddy Gordy and Doctor Death Steve Williams versus Bam Bam Bigelow and Vader in Japan. Top 10 best tag team match of all time. Yeah, absolutely. It's hard hitting, it's fast, it's violent. You get a lot of good offense. If Demolition not in the Hall of Fame, then that's meant. Those four in Japan, perfect. Demolition to be Hall of Fame. No, they're not. But they were at the ceremony this year. So they can induct Michelle McCool, but not Demolition. Fuck off. That's disgusting. They'll oh, this is pathetic. Absolute bust. Terry Gordy and Freebirds, yeah, he didn't fit, but after that, so good. Best Starcade match ever. Best Starcade match. I would love to. Now, I would love to say, as an honest human being, I would love to say it's Hogan versus Sting. But it didn't end up being that. So, I'm going to go Eddie Guerrero versus Dean Malenko. If Hogan hadn't fucked it up, it would have been Hogan with Eddie Guerrero versus Dean Malenko. Brilliant. Some Starcade matches, but that one really is hard to beat. Love that. What a question. Best Starcade match. Love that question, Maria. Great question. Layla as well. Sting versus Muta Starcade '89 is a really good match as well. But their better match was soon after that, in my opinion. But that match put Sting on the map. I would say that's my second. I would say that's the second best. Just because of Malenko versus Guerrero is so good. The worst faction ever, the Core. The Core. Yeah, that's true. Dusty versus Flair in '85 is a good one. You could arguably say, to be fair, Reece versus Flair is a great one. Retribution are horrible, but the Core was worse. The Core was so bad. To be fair, I would also say alongside the core, I would say aces and eights. Dustin ain't never beat Flair, did he? Yeah, he did beat Flair, but not much else. Flair versus Vader at Starrcade '93 was different. To be fair, Hogan versus Piper's actually not a bad Starrcade match. Like, in all honesty. Magnum versus Tully was underrated. Yeah, they never last. They drop off badly. Actually, you know what else was a horrible faction? The Corporate Ministry. The Corporate Ministry was so bad. I hated that. Piper versus Brett at WrestleMania 8 was good. Did you enjoy Ultimo Dragon versus Dean Malenko 96? I did actually. Aces and Eights is one of the worst factions I've ever seen. I genuinely hate that faction. The Authority was boring. Dungeon of Doom was horrible. 100%. Yeah, they were great. I loved the Ministry of Darkness when Taker had those. The only one you could say in that faction was a jobber. Well, two of them was Midian and Viscera. Christian, Edge, Gangrel, the Acolytes, they were not jobbers. The Oddities were weird. $1 Million Corporation, yeah, that was terrible. The Oddities wasn't a fan of them. The Radicals should have lasted longer. That is true. Worst tag team ever. I'll start the Ascension. Oh, they ruined them. They really ruined them. They were going places as well. For me, the worst tag team ever. I'd have to say Miz and Big Show. Well, that's what they were supposed to be, though. They were meant to be subservient. They were bad too. They were bad. The Highlanders were bad as well. They weren't good either. They were awful too. Oh, I will never forget that team. Don't worry. The Basham brothers were a good tag team. They were a good tag team. The Basham brothers were actually a good team. To be fair, La Resistance were a horrible tag team. Rene Dupree and fucking... Well, two shits anyway. Oh, yous are a terrible tag team too. Yous are horrific. Yeah, thank God Nick Nemeth emerged as a world-class wrestler in the end. Like, thank God. Yeah, let's not talk about the Spirit Squad. Yep. Great. You know, apparently I need to grow a proper beard. But I'm like, bullshit. No, Chase U actually had some substance. Spirit Squad were bloody pathetic all day long. That gimmick should never have happened. That gimmick is up there with Big Dick Johnson. That was horrible as well. I'm not overly keen on Chase U though, regardless. Fia Hale is the only talent in that faction who's actually interesting. Hmm. Anyway, I'll let you guys have one last question each, and then I'm going to disappear for the rest of the night. So, one question each. One question each. Best entrance music. For me, it's between Bret Hart's Hitman version 2 and Dark Side version 4. Do you think WWE will get better in 2026 or same crap? I think as things stand, I don't think it'll be good. But they have to figure something out to make it better. They have to try. Is Blake Monroe a heel in real life? Meh. HBK theme, not the one with Sherry. To be fair, that one is fun. To be fair, Kurt's second TNA theme, Gold Metal, and Evil Ways are great songs as well. Battle Cry is great. Yeah, absolutely. Great questions. Right. Folks, thanking you for tuning in. I shall see you tomorrow. Have a good one. And remember, we won't start this series until this weekend. So it gives us a bit of time. But I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Try and enjoy Raw if you can. But I shall see you all then. Thanks, Chester. You're a legend. Night, folks.
And today, our time comes to an end. This has been another exciting stream. Thank you very much for watching. And also, remember, if you get cracked over the head with a steel chair, you're not going to get concussion. You're just going to come back here. Goodbye.